Ha! I'm live. At least apparently I'm live. That'll be interesting. Cool. I have no idea how this camera is going to work. To be completely fair, I don't know if it's going to be decent quality or not. I picked it up on Amazon for 20 quid. It said it's for streaming. I have no idea. Hopefully it'll be good. But anyway, welcome to my first live stream. I am live. Absolutely crazy. Can't believe I'm live. So yeah. Well, I've been trying to test it. I thought I'd just go live with trying to do some social media stuff while I'm doing this. And get the word out. Hopefully people are joining. If not, well, I'm talking to myself. Awesome. Well, this is live streaming, I suppose. Not everyone's going to be around, and I've not really done it before. So it's completely understandable. So today I am going to be generally painting poop. Someone's here. Yay! I have no idea what the hell I'm doing right now. I literally am winging it. I tried to use OBS, got confused. Tried to... so I just went live straight through Facebook, straight through YouTube. I don't even know if this camera that I picked up off Amazon is any good. I've got a feeling it's shit. I don't even know what music I can play, because in case YouTube hits me with a copyright strike. So this is all complete new to me. But either way, I'm going to ramble shit for about 2 hours while I paint some Death Guard and a little bit of Lumineth. So if you've got questions, if you've got requests, if you just want to take the piss, feel free, because I have no idea. This is completely new. If this camera's crap, please let me know and I will endeavor to invest in a new one, because live streaming is definitely something I want to do. As it seems to be quite fun and very popular. I have 3 people viewing me. Yeah. So it's all good, as they say. So the Death Guard is going really well. I've got an absolute pile of other stuff on my shelf ready to get built. I've got an army list wrote. I'm sure Tom will be very pleased with that. So am I coming through okay? Is it working? The volume fine? Is it looking okay on screen? Is that all right? Yeah, the camera says it's 1080p, and it said it's for live streaming for things like YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Skype, all that kind of shit. So I don't know if it's a bandwidth, because I've got super fast broadband, and my laptop is super good at picking that up. So even though it can be quite dodgy in the back room where I am, that shouldn't be an issue. I think it's a camera issue. I'll have to invest in a better camera. The one I wanted is no longer for sale, and it's what a lot of people recommend. So it was like, but at least the volume's good. You can hear me. That's the main thing. You're here to see painting. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Balls. See, you're just going to hear me rumble shit for a couple of hours. So yeah, I'm loving the Death Guard stuff. Really, I'm loving it. It's pretty decent. A lot of fun. I was actually really pleased of actually getting up onto Warhammer TV. Cool. What are you working on? He is ugly as fuck. I need to learn how to use Steam Labs. Oh, I've seen Artwell. They're really good. Are they still doing like just STL files, or have they completely stopped doing actual physical product now? Because I know that there's some of the big companies are now just switching over to it. All right. There seems to be a lot of big money in STL stuff. Now I can show you a miniature because I back in the day, last year, I was a game designer at a gaming company, and I had my own game and my own range of miniatures. And then it all went peak tong when myself and my business partner split up. But that's by and by. But what I do have is I've got this bad boy, and this is the only miniature that's around for it now. It's a one-off. I think anyone who bought them originally has got them, but you cannot get them anymore. I really should sort of finish painting them up, actually. It's a snow troll. The artwork was designed by an awesome guy by the name of the Goldfish of Justice. And then it was sculpted by my former business partner, and it was for the game. So, yeah. But he's now just doing nothing but STL stuff rather than physical, which is a shame, really, because he was doing some really nice things. Do. I actually forgot a piece of the flesh on the side. This guy is got a lot of detail for just a standard Terminator. So, but if this live streaming thing is something that you guys like, I'll definitely do more of it. Seems to be quite fun so far. Yeah. Yeah, but the printers are getting cheaper now. I definitely would like maybe to get a printer and look at some of the printing, and especially for the busts. There's a company that I follow on Instagram, and some of the dwarfs that they do are absolutely gorgeous. I would definitely buy a printer just to be able to get some of the busts and the some of the dwarf miniatures that they do really are nice. I'm pleased. I've got 4 views. Yeah, 4 viewers. That's awesome. Maybe next week I'll try to push for 5. But I think I'll have to hang around on YouTube and live stream first because I need it for the milestones that YouTube want me to reach. Obviously, the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 hours viewed. And then once I've unlocked everything on the channel, then I'll migrate over to Twitch and do the Twitch thing. Because apparently Twitch is better for live streaming, I've heard. And everyone's over on Twitch doing the Twitch thing. And that's where all the cool kids hang out. So, and today's a good day because yesterday the Lumineth Realm Lords come out on pre-order at last. It's only taken them 6 months. Which is cool. Oh, So let's do, I need that to dry. So my colours for my Death Guard, if you've seen them, especially for Typhus, it's Death World Forest, and then I mix essentially some Elysian Green, and I've lost my camo. Oh, where's my camo? And then some Ogryn camo for some more extreme highlights. And then they get the sort of two-tone effect. I use some Incubi Darkness and sort of wet blend it in. So I'll do that, some of that on there now, on this guy. There is quite a few. I know Emma, the old Warhammer TV presenter, is over on Twitch. I think after she left GW, she's obviously got a YouTube channel, I believe, but I think I mostly see her either on Facebook or on Twitch live streaming. So it definitely seems to be a thing that you can do. I mean, I think on YouTube there's a lot of restrictions and a lot of things that you can and can't do. And I think there's like music being played in the background could like essentially give you a copyright strike. And I think Twitch is a little bit more lenient on towards that compared to what YouTube is. So it's like, even now, I don't know what music to put on in the background without fear of getting hit with one. I know I could download the album, a couple of the albums from the artist that does my intro music at the beginning of my tutorials, because I have permission from him to use his music. I could do that and play that in the background. In fact, you know what? I'll do that now on the phone. And then we can at least listen to something in the background, I suppose. Will be good. They do. I think it depends. Their algorithm is really weird. I mean, it could be anything from, you know, a song that is linked to their algorithm for monetization, and then, you know, you get a copyright strike for it. So it's, I think on my first stream, I think I'll fall on the side of caution for now, and then we'll go balls deep once I find my feet a little bit. But Adrian's got some amazing music. So, and I know I can play him without any issues whatsoever. Yes, open in Safari. Oh, he's had his haircut. That looks like a good album. But yeah, there's some cool stuff. So, you know what? I'll do that. There you go. Cool. I'll let that download. Right, so what I do for my Death Guard is this. Get my colours out of my palette. And some trusty Incubi Darkness. But I already base coated this guy the base black, so get it nice and wet. And then just add in some by darkness and just wet blend it in. Simple as that. I do love wet blending. You achieve so many cool stuff with it. Cool. The music. And if you want to darken it, you just add some more. The Death Guard definitely sort of works well with some good blending. Yeah, I've got like 5 of these ones, and then I've obviously got the Big Bertha. They do work well, but I'm tempted to switch over to the red grass ones and try the red grass ones out, because I've heard that they're really, really good. So I'd be interested to see how well they work compared to the GW grips. But it just, using a grip is obviously, it's a personal thing. There's no requirements for you to do it. I just like them because it means that I'm not touching the miniature at all. You know, and I can move it around and generally do whatever I need to do with it. If you are ever wet blending and you get a lot of paint pooling in an area like that, just slowly feather it out, because it'll take a while to dry. And if you try to do anything else on that and it has dried at the top, you'll just rip that surface clean off, and it's not going to be, and it won't look good at all. And that's not what you want. Yeah, they're really handy, and then they're really cheap as well. I think they're only like £5. I don't know how much the red grass ones are. I didn't do their Kickstarter. I did the Kickstarter for the palette. Oops, hit the wire. But I didn't do the Kickstarter for the holders, which is a shame really, because they do look quite good. So a little bit further down actually. Well, I really should do some wet blending and glazing videos. Sort of get people doing the basics. I think my worry with the red grass ones, I've seen it, is the putty. Like how good is that putty? and how sticky is it, and how long does it, you know, take for the putty to go off. I mean, because essentially I could just use some blue tack, and then the one of the things that you can do with these is, I got a spare one, is obviously you can prime on them, as you can see, because it's fully dirty, but you can screw off the top. So what I've seen some people do, especially in Darren Latham's videos, is he seems to put something on here, which I imagine is some sort of adhesive like blue tack, and then he just sticks the base straight on top. So you can do that. They're handy. So again, I think you can probably do the same, but again, if you buy the red grass adhesive separately, is it going to be cheaper in the long run to get one of these, take off the top, and then put the adhesive on the top? And then you've also got these little things. This comes with a metal ring that you can essentially hold like this, and it's really handy for doing things like heads and things. That's the head for the next tutorial. There's a little hint. There's a Space Marine head skin tutorial coming. So, you know, I think there's always ways around it, and you can definitely get. You can really sort of work with the things that you've got and make it work for you. So, like the brushes, I use Rosemarine Core Series 33, fantastic brushes. I do have some Artis Opus brushes. They're now my basing brushes because they're shocking. I find the quality not as good as the Rosemarine Core. Although the only brush that I do have that seems to have lasted is the freehand brush. And then my large base brushes, £2.50 from art shops, perfect for doing tanks. So you definitely get some that wire is going to annoy me. I do. I bought one as a tester, and then I got given another set. And the only Artis Opus dry brush I have left is this, and it didn't last very long like the others. If you want to get a dry brush, the Games Workshop ones are okay, but I would highly recommend the Rosemarine Core smoother brushes. They're made with badger hair, and these things are just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. These things are great. That's the medium size one. There is a larger one, which is a lot fatter, and then there's the small. Really good, really top, really quality brushes. And then you can't go wrong with a 60p makeup brush from Home Bargains. You really can't go wrong with them. I don't mind people, you know, if someone asks me brushes, I'm not going to recommend you paying £10 plus for a brush that, quite frankly, you can get for cheaper elsewhere. That is a far better quality. So just, I mean, some people use them and like them. So I think it's personal preference. But for me, I just don't think they're worth the money. That's a sharp contrast. Nurgle miniatures are so good. So the good thing is, hey Stephen, you horrible lizard man player. Also, if you do make a cock up on a Death Guy model, you just weather the shit out of it, and then it looks fine. Just so painter friendly. Ah, they're called fucking broken. Wow, 5 people and a like. Woohoo! We've been streaming for 28 minutes. That is awesome. Happy with that. Okay. Right. Some more. What are you working on today, Stephen? That must be great having a fully painted army. That's if I was lived up to my name as the Contrast King, then that would be good. As you've noticed, I've not actually started painting any legs yet, so it's always a plus side. There you go. The beauty of wet blending is you can get great transitions on quite a lot of the model in a relatively quick time. And a little bit of edge highlight, and that's going to look awesome. So I will paint a leg shortly, just for you. I'll do this one. Cannot wait to get Motorian and Techless. They're definitely going to be live stream only miniatures, I think. They're going to be fun to paint. I'm actually really looking forward to getting Techless. I really like that miniature. And there's not many people do, which is weird. Because it's Techless. Yeah, how could you not like it? Yeah, he is going to be massive. I really should check actually on the GW site to see exactly how big his base is. But he is going to be massive. I mean, like he's. Yeah, I found the Facebook groups really funny, like and some of the comments on the GW Facebook posts, like they're talking as though they've never seen this, and a lot of us who've went out and bought the book have had the book for what 2-3 months now, and it's just like seriously, there's nothing new here that you haven't already seen. Apparently, you can't buy that limited book anymore. $160 million. Holy shitballs, that's huge. That's massive. I think that's bigger than Nagash. Wow, that's a huge base. Holy crap. Wow. That is going to be... I'm going to need a lot more glue for the sand. Don't think I've got enough. Wow, that's huge. That is going to be an absolute beast of a model. I thought Illyria's base was big, but that's huge. Fuck. He is a beast, an absolute beast. I suppose he should be, he is the god of magic. I mean, Archeon's not even a god. It's just a wannabe. So I was looking at armies this morning for my my Lumineth. Sort of things that I'd like to do. And I definitely think the 30 cavalry would be fun. That I think that would be really, really fun to play. Not super overpowered, but definitely giggle. So I might actually go ahead and I've got a 15 Dawn Riders. I think I need another 30. Have a full Dawn Rider army. Ah, see, Stephen using metrics that I understand. Yeah, it's the battalion is great. It's like, and plus with the sun metal weapons and getting the mortal wounds off from 5s and 6s, and a few of the other things that you can do, it's just so fun. I think not for a try hard list, it'll be definitely an interesting list to play. I think the try hard guys will run, 80 to Sentinels is probably what they'll go with. But 3 bog standard units of Wardens, a Cathalar, and a battalion full of Dawn Riders is going to be a giggle. And even with the 30 Dawn Riders, you can fit Deckless in the list. So I think the battalion with 3 units of 10 comes in at, I think, about 900 points. Brew Corner, where you come to get your AOS tactical knowledge from a complete scrub. Oh yeah. That's actually quite an achievement because your Seraphim are filth. So, it's fair play to Archie for that one. Stippling is also a really good tool to your painting arsenal. That's actually good for Archie because it's normally over for him by turn 3. Can't believe he didn't invite me to the mini rollers. So hurt. That's actually looking quite good. Some contrast in this. Yeah. Using the Rhinox hide as a contrast to the green and the blue, because it's got red in it, it will be an instant contrast to it, and it gives your eyes something to look at. Plus it's nice and dark as well, so it's great for the inside of the bullet holes. Which is always good. And I think if you definitely want to improve with your painting, really try to get contrast nailed and work on the contrast, and you'll find that your painting will improve. Visually, it'll look a lot better. See you later, Stevie boy. I'll chat to you on Facebook, mate. Thanks very much for joining. Okay, it looks pretty decent. And then get some edge highlights. Definitely gonna have to invest in a better camera, but I think for now this one will work for what I need it to do. Of course, there will be a full proper tutorial coming for how I do my death guard. So if you want a more in-depth explanation of what I'm doing, then that will be coming in the future. But hopefully very soon we will page will hit 1,000 subscribers. So close. So super close. And then I'll be able to unlock the community tab and be able to then start posting pictures directly of what tutorials are coming as they're being worked on. So you'll be able to sort of see that. So it's going to be cool. And then slowly build the channel. I think the more things I do, the better I get at it. So it's just practice, really. Everyone looking forward to the Space Marine release next month. So yeah. Just adding the weather in now. Just roughing this up. And then that is it. Oh. The good thing is getting there. He's starting to look pretty awesome. So it should be good. Wow, almost been streaming for my first hour. That's pretty cool. I'll have to celebrate with a big mug of coffee. Because I love my coffee. It makes the world go round. Okay. And that's enough armor. Not very good. Right. We need some pink. This is going to be fun. I'll do some robes, I think. So just add a little bit of black into this just to desaturate the Screamer pink. And then I'm going to base coat all of this because I need to get the inside there done as well. like so. Don't worry about the maggots or anything like that. You can get them done near the end because they're pretty small detail. And then maybe if I start live streaming more, I should come up with silly sayings like secret Chinese painting secrets and what else does some of the crazy people on YouTube say? So how is everyone in chat? Everyone good? Everyone having a good Sunday? What are you all working on? Okay, let that dry. I have a question. Okay, let's have a look at this. While you're on a Nurgle video, I want to paint some dead skin. Okay. When you talk about sort of disease skin, you sort of pale, pallid, with sort of green hues. So basically, you want to look at it sort of do your skin normally. When you're putting in sort of like your layers, you can sort of with your base coating. So with your so here I've used Bugman's Glow. So when you get your Bugman's Glow and you put your base in, if you want it to look a bit more diseased and ill looking, you could add a little bit of, say, Eshen Green or Dead Wolf Forest or something along those lines and just bring it in. So you'll get a tone a bit like that. So you've added some greens into it. And then when you sort of add in your lighter colors for your highlights, those greens will stay. And you can always add a little bit more into that. You can sort of just push it into more of a green hue. So you still get that dirty, horrible, disgusting flesh color. Or saving it, you can add some glazes and stuff over the top of it. So get a glaze of that and then glaze it in. So I'll do it here. Silly wire. So just, if I want to get that a little bit ill, a couple of glazes of that green will change the hue of the flesh to a more of a green, ill looking color. And then the fact that I've got purples and reds and blues in there as well will give you a nice striking contrast. But it will ultimately sort of up to you to how well you want to sort of play around with the skin. Yeah, I think for things like poxwalkers, that'll be really good for poxwalkers. So what I would use is a thorium camo shade, which is which is like a sort of a browny green, which is really, really good for getting that sort of sickly greeny tint into your models. So if you didn't want to go into the sort of extent and the level I'm doing, and you just wanted something quick and easy for your gaming tables, then what you could do is base coat it with Reichlin Flesh. So that already gives you that pale, pallid flesh already, and then mix in some Lamium's medium to the Athonian Camo shade, and then put that over the skin. Or you could even use the contrast paint. Is it Plague Bearer Green? I think it's called. I think there's one with that sort of tone. And then again, mix in some of the contrast mediums to thin it down, because the way contrast paints work when it comes to when you thin them with the mediums is they'll retain their properties, so they'll split over the top of the surface and settle down into the recesses a lot better. And it's not really going to sit on the surface and distort the color too much, and it sits more in the recesses, and that'll work really good actually. And then you can just go with some quick edge highlight with some pallid witch flesh. So there's a lot of ways of going around it, and it really depends on what you're painting. How I just described doing it for a poxwalker is probably how I'll do my poxwalkers, because I want to have 40 of them in my army, and there's a lot of skin tones to do on that. So, and I want to get them done quick because, yeah, there's a lot of them. So I hope that helped. No problem, buddy. Just going to wet blend some highlights into this. The shadows and stuff I'll do once I'm finished. All the highlights. Cool. I do love doing cloth areas. They are pretty fun to do. And then some shadows in there. Again, good old trusty Inky by Darkness. Absolute amazing colour. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourite colours out of all of the GW colours that they've got. Normally I would just stick a movie on. This is actually quite relaxing painting. And just chatting crap. Yeah, it's a great combo of colours. And if you look at the studio paint jobs, all the Death Guard have that sort of the sort of Screamer Pink type colour mixed into them, and it works so well. It's a really nice contrast with it as well. Really love it. If anyone watches The Striking Scorpion 82, my friend Tom is a regular on it. Tom Courtier with his Red Scorpion army. So I'm hoping that when my Death Guard are done, I'll be challenging the Scorpion, and hopefully I'll be able to get on there. It'll be a while yet before my army's painted. This is just using a size 1 series 33 brush from Roseberry & Co. If anyone's interested in my brushes. I got my War of the Spider book the other day as well with my next batch of miniatures to paint for the army. I'm blown away with how powerful that book is. Holy crap. I mainly picked Death Guard for the painting side of things because they're really fun to paint. But I didn't realise that they are currently absolutely bonkers on the table. Suppose that's an avid bonus. Although if Tom does come on, he'll go, I change my army every 5 minutes. Let's have a look and see what's happening on Bakebook. I've got a lot of notifications. Apparently Brush Warrior is live on Facebook. He is currently painting what appears to be, I think that is the turtle thing for the chariot on the top of the turtle. I like Brush Warrior, he's a really cool guy. But please don't rush off and leave him because then there'll be no one watching my stream. And that would be sad. So I think I'll probably stream for another 50 minutes and then I'll get lunch. And then, I don't know, I think I might watch Witcher because I haven't watched it for a while. Pardon me. How rude. I do want to do the gemstone on him and the little vase. So I'm going to have to finish shading this and then switch miniatures to a little bit of Lumineth. Do some edge highlights on that bad boy. I'm going to finish off with a glaze of contrast paint, Vulpus Pink, and that should tie everything in. Probably get a bit more of that pinkiness back into it. Get a good edge highlights. Just use the side of your brush. If you use a quite a small brush, which is I'm using my size 0, it'll go on quite nicely. Like so. And just add a little bit more in, a bit more white for more extreme highlights. And then that's basically it for the pink. But once everything else is added to it, the rest of the details and all of the guts and stuff, it'll stand out really nicely. So that's quite good. But what I want now is some bulbous pink. Where will I put it? Contrast paint. Make sure you give them a good shake. You want it to be, I'd say, 1 part medium to at least 3 parts, 3 parts medium to 1 part paint, but that's not what I did there. Essentially, the best way to sort of do it is when you do your glaze, you want it so you can see the nail through. So it's quite thin. Just make sure you get rid of the excess off your brush. and just glaze over. And that will bring all of the highlights back into each other and tone down that sort of bright white, and that will look quite good. And what you can do later on, if you really want to, you could weather the bottom with some browns and stuff for some dirt, but for now he's looking pretty decent. Won't take me long to get the rest of the armor and all the stuff done, but I want to get this, I want to get really sort of this part done, and then that gemstone done. Okay. Also, a big shout out to my mate Lee over at ProTech Painting. He sells these little glass beads for like £2.50 for 50 of them, and they're fantastic for your paints. So just drop one in, give it a good shake, and it keeps your paints nice and mixed together in the pot. Is a Discord server something that people would want? I'm not too up to speed with Discord. I use Discord servers for my online gaming, but not really use them for painting or anything. I think they would probably be handy if you wanted like a one-on-one with somebody. But and I've noticed a lot of people have tied them into Patreon. That's cool. If you're in them and you're learning stuff, then that's always a good thing. Excuse me. I mean, I have a Patreon page, and it's not. I kind of fell into the trap of putting things behind a paywall, and it felt kind of bad. So I need to go back and sort of redesign it so it's not. There's no content on there that you have to pay for, that because I don't agree with that. So it's that's something that I'm definitely going to be changing in the near future. But I don't like the idea of having a Discord channel that's sort of attached to the Patreon. I think if you're going to want to create a community, then that's what you want to create. So I'll look into that. Okay, that thing's fiddly as hell. Yeah, I think with a Discord it's really easy because you just have the admin permission is basically, I'd imagine it's a channel that you could basically go into, and it's only you and the artist, and then you can have a chat and a one-on-one, which is really handy. No, don't want that one. It's the other one I want. Helium blue. That's the one. It's not good when you tidy up your desk and throw paints everywhere and don't put them away properly. Now I can't find my paints I need. It's not the Uthline grey that I normally use. So that one looks dead. Aha, there it is. Too many paints. If anyone's a fan of Marvel Crisis Protocol, there will be some Crisis Protocol content coming to the channel very soon. I have the starter set is on its way. Should have arrived yesterday, but mail to Northern Ireland seems to suck ass. So hopefully it'll arrive tomorrow, and then I can start doing some content with it. And it'll be painting with a bit of a difference. I'll be using entirely scale 75 paints, so it'll be a nice matte finish rather than the sort of satin finish that GW paints give. I'm really looking forward to that, actually. Don't know who to paint first. Part of me wants to do Captain America because he's one of my favourite characters. And then another part of me wants to do Doc Ock because that yellow and green will just be super fun to paint. And then the non-metallic spider arms will also be super fun. But I don't know. I'll let you guys decide what you want to see. But either way, it's the Red Skull will be red with a lot of OSL from the Tesseract. So it's going to be a lot of fun painting them. So I cannot wait. All I'm doing right now is building up this white area because I'm going to be making a glaze with some Achillean green. And then get the sort of glow working in on this. And the Achillean green will work really nicely with the red and the sort of red of the armor as well. And while I'm here, I'll highlight the white areas. Really do love the Lumineth range. They are absolute amazing miniatures. So yeah, really, really loving them. If you want to see some Lumineth tutorials, then that will definitely happen. One of my most successful tutorials is actually my Light of Altharion one that I did. It performed really well. A lot better than I expected, to be fair. Ta-da. Yeah, the Wardens. This is the unit leader, the Senchal for the Wardens. They have a very 300 vibe to them. They're very. I mean, even if when you read the actual battle tome, it sort of mentions that there's 8 city great nations, and like 4 of them follow Teclis, and the other 4 follow Tyrion. Now, I get the feeling that Teclis' side is more magic focused, and when you read the background for the faction, you kind of get a feel that the Teclis ones are more Athenian, and the Tyrion side is going to be more Sparta. At least that's how it came across to me in the background. And that I love Greek mythology and Greek history, and that was just a clear winner in my regard. Yeah, he's a great model. He's an absolute. I do recommend sort of breaking him down into sub-assemblies when you build him and paint him, because he can be quite fiddly. I've got one here. Ugh. So here's the one that I did on the tutorial, and when you build him, the head is attached to the back of this sword scabbard, and the arms are basically, this one just glues into a little slot inside the cape, and this one sort of sits with the pommel of the sword just sits on top. So what I highly recommend is when you build it, is build the head entirely, but don't glue it to the body, and don't glue this on or this on, and then you'll be able to get on in the inside of all of the areas. Otherwise, it could be quite of a fiddly model to paint. He's super fun to paint, and he's an absolute beast on the battlefield. He really is absolute, just amazing. I love this color. It's so rich and vibrant. So good, right? So for the sword, what I'm going to do for my swords, I'm going to do a little bit of a sort of a power weapon type effect, painting them silver, and then just lightly build up the blue on opposite sides. And then let that dry and then do it again. Try to get that sort of sun metal magic weapon type effect that the army has. Yeah, pretty decent. Really happy. Quick and easy. When you've going to have a lot of blades to do, that's what you want. Something quick and easy. And then when I go around to doing the silver for the rest of the metallics, I'll just edge highlight it, and that'll be perfect. Job done. But as for the glowy thing, I need this really broken, thin down with some medium. Really sort of break that down, because you want to build this up slowly, because then we're going to come back in with white as a sort of spot highlight on top of it, and that'll hopefully will give it that sort of glowy effect. If you get too much, just take it off. And the good thing with contrast paint, because it will automatically pool into the sort of deeper recesses, you'll achieve over a few layers that sort of the glow in certain areas, and the white will sit on the top. So just let that dry, and we'll go back in and do it again. So it's obviously a nice little visual thing as well. The plume, I'm going to be putting red stripes into it. Oh, so, still 3 people watching. Thank you very much, guys. It's very, very, very appreciative of you. And the 2 likes as well is super awesome. So awesome. Thank you very much. Hopefully I can slowly grow a live stream audience, which will be good. Which is always good. Which this chair is killing my ass. I think 2 hours streaming is definitely enough. Definitely enough. I don't think I'd be able to do more than 2. I think this seat would cripple me. So again, just continue building that color up, layer by layer. Just act as a glaze, so you want to pull it into the recess area where you want it to go. And slowly over time, it'll build up. Wow, up to 5 people. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brew Corner. Put some more music on. Oh. So as you, slowly starting to come up now. So we're going to have to start going back in with a highlight and then get the highlight on. So highlight, just get some thinned Alpine grey. And then build the highlight. I had the thought there of going, I haven't done the eyes on this model yet. I should do them. And then I realized this is a live stream. And if I cock it up, everyone will see me. And that'll be embarrassing. So I'll think I'll do them off camera. Not that brave yet. So nice thin layers of Uthman. Just building up those highlights again. Eyes are fun, but eyes are not fun when you're on camera and there's a camera in front of you. normally when I'm filming, the camera stand that is holding up the camera right now is normally a little bit lower, and I use the camera to look through because I use my phone when I film, and because it's got a nice 10 million pixel camera on it, and it's really good sort of just to watch what you're doing through the screen. That way then I can make sure that I keep the miniature where it's supposed to be. But yeah, trying to do things like eyes and any big bit of detail like that is really nerve-wracking, because you're trying to fight around the camera to get to it, and it's kind of awkward. But the easiest way to do eyes is when you base coat the face, do the eyes straight away. That way then you'll be able to clean up around the eyes with the additional layers. I'll explain this when I post up the when I do the Space Marine head tutorial. And yes, for that I will be doing the eyes, and I will do it unedited. I've set myself up for a fall now, but they can be done. This looks really tedious, and that's because it's extremely small bits of detail. But when it's done and you do it really well, it'll look great. And that's what you really want with your paint. You want to push it, so you're pushing your standard, and so it looks way better. And you can sit there and go, that's awesome. That's why I like painting the left leg so much, because I paint the left leg so well. Wow, back up to 5 people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right now you're watching me paint a lantern. So lots of little white dots to achieve the effect. So the way I look at it is I'm only ever going to have 3 of these in my army, so I might as well do them really, really well. And then just glaze over with some of the shade, and then that looks amazing. So I'm going to do this gemstone while I'm here. So 20 minutes before we finish up, so I might as well do something really cool and do a gemstone, because gemstones are fun. And again, using the the sort of spot colour for my army, which is sort of going to be a bluey green, because it will contrast well with the reds and the golds. Right, get a little bit of black. Okay. So again, a little bit of Saltec green, a little bit of black, and just focusing on the bottom right-hand corner of the gemstone. And then with a little bit of black, I'm just going to wet blend that in to my base color. And that'll create my shadow, which will be where my spot highlight will go later on. And then using some pure Saltec green. And then, so basically when you do a gemstone, if you imagine that's your gemstone, so I'm going to let that get some decent color. If you imagine that's your gemstone, okay, when you want to do some highlight, what you want is the highlight to sort of come round like that. So this will all be blended in. So you create that transition, and then this was going to be dark up here. So then you've got that sort of thing going on. And then when you get your extra highlight, your main highlight is going down here, like so. And then you'll have a sort of spot highlight up there, and that'll create the sort of gem effect. And then you can be really super cocky, and then put a thin edge highlight right down that edge, and then that'll create that sort of that little gemstone sort of light effect. But if you do thin layers, you can essentially sort of do it like that. Hello, Tom. I was talking about you and your shit-looking red scorpions. Not at all. Tom does amazing red scorpions, by the way, everybody. His red scorpions are really, really nice. And they're such a pain in the ass to play against. I have almost rage quit many a times. In fact, Tom will shout at me a lot for changing my armies, and it's his fault. He beats me so badly on my first game, I sell the army instantly because I'm like, these are shit. These are terrible. So if you enjoy seeing Death Guard and Lumineth, and then a week later I'm playing something else, that's because Tom's already beat them. So it's his fault, people. Blame him. So just mix in a little bit of Temple Guard Blue. I want to start building that highlight up. A little bit of a hedge highlight. Get the hedge highlight down the bottom. just like so. Cheers, dude. It's inspired by Sparta. I kind of figured that that's essentially what they are, so I might as well we'll go all in on the red and go the bronze look. So there's a little spot highlight on the top, and because I can, I'm going to do a little edge highlight. Down the side, just to get that gem-like look, because we here at 8 Point Star Painting love gemstones. That is why I don't play Eldar. And there you go, a perfect gemstone. Looks kind of cool. And obviously I'll start edge highlighting all the silver. So that is it. Oh, this seat is killing my ass. Cool. I get messages on Facebook. Always nice. So I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed the stream. It has been an absolute blast doing. And many lessons to have. What I'll do is the likes of ProTech and stuff like that, I'll put a link up, as well as the Rosemarine Core brushes. What else? Yeah, and Goblin Gaming, because you know, got to support the guys that you get your toy soldiers from, and they're really good. And again, if you like Marvel, there's lots of Marvel coming to the channel soon. So just to finish off the little flask thing, I think in game this is a bomb. I think in game you get to use it once per game, or I might be thinking of something else, but I'm sure that this is what this does. That you get to elect to use it once per game, and he basically chucks it at the enemy. And I think you have to be within 3 inches or an inch, and it essentially does D3 mortal wounds to the enemy unit. So kind of cool. I haven't stood up for 2 hours and my watch is shouting at me. Can you get an up close? Potentially, but not overly sure that this camera does the whole focusing thing up close. But I'll be posting up work in progress pictures later on, dude. So have no fear. There will be pictures going up on Facebook soon, and I'll get a close up of the gemstone as well. So I don't even think a close up works. You see, I don't know how good that is for you. On mine, it's quite blurry. I don't know how good it is for you though. Yeah, the camera is shockingly bad. I need a better camera. Yeah, it's a... See, I got given a digital camera, that's apparently is used for live streaming and stuff, but I need to get an SD card and some batteries for it. So I'll look into that and get that sorted, and then I'll test it. But I'll be coming to the end of the stream in a couple of minutes anyway, so it's been a fun 2 hours. Could possibly go longer, but my ass is killing. Yeah, this is the first stream, so hopefully the more I do them, the better they will get, and then I'll make the transition over to Twitch. So kind of learn what to do here, and then jump over to Twitch. Yes, the pre-order's in. There is more Lumineth coming next week. I reckon our next AOS game should be pushing on to nearly 1,500 points, I think, mate. Sadly, no cows, though, so there's no cows coming. They're not on pre-order yet. Right, well, I think what I might do is call the stream a day there and go get some food and a brew. So what I do is I might do a stream around about 8:30 Friday night, if anyone is interested, for a couple of hours. And yeah, for a first stream and for 2 hours, that was fun. I enjoyed that. And thank you for everybody who tuned in and commented and chatted in the chat. Cheers, thanks very much. It's been an absolute giggle. And I will definitely sort this camera out and over time and get a better one. But for now, I think for doing this, I think it'll work fine. So thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. I will probably post it on Facebook to probably around about 8:30ish, 8:45 Friday night, I think, after I finish work. So thanks again, and remember, if you haven't liked or subscribed to the channel, go and do it, because I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, and that'll be absolutely awesome if we can get there really quickly. So thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.